That fucking being like 5 years ago that decided to quit drinking, dude, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for making that decision. Last year, 2020, 1 year ago exactly to the day, I quit drinking. I remember the last day that the day I stopped drinking, I actually bought a pint of vodka. Like, I have pictures, like I'll put it on right now and you can see. I bought bananas and like kombucha and vodka and everything, and I was like kind of already planning to quit like drinking like that day, but I was like, I'm gonna buy this bottle of vodka. This will be my last bottle of vodka, and then I'll quit after that. And that was like the whole idea, right? I mean, I don't know how many of you have quit something that you didn't actually want to quit. Like, that's like one of the toughest things I think about quitting alcohol, drugs, or anything, is that like you really don't have a full sense of like wanting to quit. Like, you still almost have a need or a desire that isn't met when you're quitting, or it may seem that way. You're missing something, or something isn't right. You're breaking down your false self and realizing who you actually are. And so like that feeling of like not being complete because that false self is actually ripping apart and deteriorating. It's really crazy. So that being said, it's really hard to quit when you don't want to quit. And so having that one last little, hoorah is always like one of the typical things of like addicts. You say that you want to quit and you're going to quit on this day, but you might as well just have one last hoorah, and that last hoorah you just never have it, really. The last hoorah is like the last time that you actually want to do it. Even when you say that you want that last hurrah, you're still wanting it. There's a point where you're like, yo, I'm actually done with this. Like, I'm done. And I remember that day, like, I bought the bottle of vodka, and I went to, and this is like one of the problems, is like I was like working and just drinking and just getting fucked up all the time. I bought the bottle of vodka, and then like I went into work and I left the bottle of vodka in my car. I just decided not to drink that day. Like, I was like, all right, I'm not gonna drink. And I remember thinking, like, as long as I get through work, then that's like the first step, right? You know what I mean? I've put my foot up onto the ledge, onto the first step, and that was a big step, you know what I mean? Well, I got through work, and then it was the next step was getting through the night, and then the next step was getting through the morning, and then the next step was getting through work again, you know what I mean? And you're just taking little steps as you go. It's a lot easier than it sounds. Then, you know what I mean? Taking steps, I mean, we all take steps. I've talked about it in one of my first videos. Like, literally, like, I think it was like my third or fourth video. I'll link it up here, where I'm talking about how once you start walking, once you start in that motion, it's just like a habit, or it's just a motion. Like, you're not actually, you know what I mean? It's actually so much easier. That first step is the hardest part. Making the choice, making the effort to make that decision is the hardest part. And then you just got to follow through. One of the hardest things, I think, is one of the things I'm learning right now in yoga is learning about the failure to reach firm ground. To feel like that you're never actually gaining any progress, when really doing the work is the progress. Like, once you're doing whatever you're doing it. That's it. That's fucking it. Like, literally. You don't have to complicate it more than what it is. If you play the piano, if you play fucking hot cross buns on the piano, you know what I mean? Even if you fucking fucking slam the keys, you know what I mean? You're still making music. You're still an artist. You're still a musician. You know what I mean? You're still all these things. No one can tell you that you're not. Like, literally, you are an artist. You're a musician. Just by making the effort to do that, making the effort to put the action into playing the piano, or paint a picture, or run a mile, or lift the weights, or anything, like literally anything. Like, you want to be a server, fucking learn how to fucking serve. Do it. Just do it. That's it. There's nothing, no one can stop you from being anything that you want to be. So that's like a cool ass realization. One of the biggest things that I've learned, and I think one of the biggest things that like I've learned in the past year of my sobriety, is to be okay with like who I am regardless. Like I don't have to hide away from like my emotions or anything like that. With alcohol, we learn to suppress a lot of our emotions. I think with, you know, life, we learn to suppress a lot of our emotions. But with alcohol, and I think the reason why that they say that you're like a little bit more truthful or whatever on alcohol is really you're always truthful. You always want to be truthful. And alcohol like breaks the line of like, it may seem like it's helping that break that mental like barrier to allow you to express yourself when you're drinking, but really it's actually doing the exact opposite, in my opinion at least. Like you're actually creating more boundaries for yourself. You're saying that I can only express myself when I'm drinking. So now that causes the problem of you have to drink in order to express yourself, or I have, and the same thing goes with and building any habit like smoking cigarettes. Like you have a cigarette after you work out or after you eat or after you have sex or anything like that. You're literally building those truths or facts or realizing, manifesting what you want. When you're doing those things, when you're acting out the ideas that are in your head, you're making them true. And when your mind starts to have repetition, it creates patterns and expects things. So when you are always being more open while you drink, your mind tricks yourself into thinking that you can only be open when you're drinking, thus creating the fact that you want to drink more. You're continuously drinking. And it applies to the same concept with like the dopamine and serotonin in your body. It's producing more dopamine, better effects when it's conditioning your mind. That's the right word. You're conditioning your mind to think a certain way. And over this past year of me being sober, I've really like conditioned my mind into thinking a different way. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I just feel as though the past year has been a little bit more clear than what I was doing when I was drinking. I don't know if I'd be better off drinking or not drinking, but what I can say is that I've been able to focus a little bit more, actually obtain some of my goals instead of, what would be the word? While I was drinking, it's not like you're not obtaining your goals. You're just not setting, like I feel like I wasn't striving for that much. My goals were still there. Like obviously, like I would be able to go to Ultra or I plan all this stuff in my head where I would be able to go to the club every weekend, and I would drink all week. I'd be able to go out. I planned for that stuff. You know what I mean? My goals were a little bit more smaller. I was more focused on just smaller picture items. Maybe the bigger picture items were going to bigger festivals, or where could the majority of my money go, and that was my goal. But right now, there's so many other goals that I'm trying to just achieve. Like actual goals of life, reading books, obtaining knowledge, and trying to strive to create more. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna go to festivals. That's a small goal. Like if I make it to 3 festivals in a year, that's a pretty small goal comparatively to uploading on my channel, 10 videos every month, which would be 120 videos in a year. Now, you look at that and you say, wow, why 120 videos or why 10 videos a month? Because I'm looking at the bigger picture. If I'm putting in 10 videos a month and 120 videos a year, my growth potential is exponential. Like it's more than what, like, if I was just lollygagging and putting videos out whenever I want. I'm changing my focus. That is actually what it is. All I'm doing is changing my focus. And for better or for worse, I don't really know, but I'm telling you that I'm focusing on something other than alcohol, which has created more opportunities, in my opinion, over the past year. just been a little bit more clear. And I really don't know if I will ever drink again. I don't know if I'm going to be one of those people that has one drink at dinner and that's it. And, you know, whatever. Or, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I do like alcohol a lot. I mean, I'm a bartender, so it's, you know, in my face, and I get to make all these really crafty cocktails and, you know, get to put a lot of my creativity in a craft like that. So of course I like to reap the benefits as well. I just don't necessarily think I want to get drunk again. That would be one of the biggest things. I don't think I want to feel the effects of being drunk. Like the inability, it blocks a lot of your senses. And I'm not saying that it's wrong to have, you know, 3-4 drinks, catch a buzz or whatever. I don't know what's right or wrong, right? There's nothing, I can't tell you that this is the right way or this is the wrong way or you shouldn't be doing this or that. Just breaking down like the past year, like I said, there's just been a lot of changes, and I think that was one of the main things that I was afraid of, that I would keep drinking, is I was just afraid of change. Dude, happy fucking anniversary. Congrats to you. It's awesome about the fact that you're fucking 1 year sober. And this is from me to me, you know what I mean? But to anybody who's listening, dude, you got this. Like, easy clap. I know for a fact you got this because I did it. Like, if I can do it, so can you. And like, that's so cliche, but like, I'm telling you, it's a literal fact. If I can do it, you can too. Like, everybody has the same opportunity. So props. 1 year down. More to come. We're going to take it day to day. Take it by the now. Do I want to drink right now? Nah. I don't want to get drunk anymore. Who knows? I'm not saying never in the future, but I'm also not planning for it. We just live right here, right now, and take every moment that we have as it is. You know what I mean? I'm literally still here. I could be dead. I might die right now. Fuck. The fact of the matter is, I'm filming this video right now for myself, to myself, for you guys, to you guys. It's awesome. I am 100% happy. I'm happy. I'm happy with my decision to quit drinking. So, again, props to you, past self. Thank you for making that decision for my current self. It's literally up on my board, and I try to repeat this often. Do something your future self will thank you for. Do something your future self will thank you for. And I'm literally in that point right now, my future self looking back at the past and being like, yo, thank you so much for stop drinking. Like, that was only a year ago, and thank you. So like, my future self of now can only imagine, or I can only imagine what my future self of now is going to be like. Yo, dude, that guy, that fucking being like 5 years ago that decided to quit drinking, dude, thank you for making that decision. Honestly, if you guys want to talk about anything, or if you have any questions or just want some advice, someone to talk to, I have a Discord. You can join the Discord. The link will be below. You can leave a comment. I'll reply to the comments. Again, you can check me live on Twitch. I'm like live 4 or 5 days a week. I'm literally planning on making YouTube videos for right now, the rest of my life. I'm planning on it. I don't know if that's going to be true or not, but this is the spot I sat in. I don't think it was actually when I quit drinking, like officially. I think it was like one of the times that I quit drinking for like 2 or 3 days. But I remember sitting here and just being like, yo, I gotta stop drinking, looking at my computers and stuff, and I was just like, yo, this has to be something more. And that's why it was shot right here. I couldn't really decide where else I wanted to shoot it, so I think we shot it right exactly where it needed to be shot. Again, thanks so much for watching, guys. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, if it helped you. If you want to see more, thumbs up. Again, comment anything that you want. I don't know. Comment. Yo, if you get to this point in the video, comment a heart. Comment a heart. Multiple hearts. Or say I love you in the comments. If you get there, I'll say it back. Subscribe for more. Happy 1 year.